The quickest way to change your life, to change your environment. In the movie Limitless, Bradley Cooper's character, when he takes the NZT pill, before going on and writing a book, before going on to break through in the financial industry and make millions of dollars, before ending the movie, running for political office, the first thing Bradley does, the first thing is he walks into his environment. He walks into his apartment and he's reminded what a mess he has created in his life. And the movie shows you in a short, condensed time, him taking the time and effort to clean up his home, to clean up his space. Because once his eyes are opened up and he's awakened to the real world, to the real man that he can be, he's reminded that the environment that he's created for himself is a byproduct of the person that he used to be. A messy environment, in my opinion, is the byproduct of a messy mind. And if you're going to transform your life, if you're going to grow, train, and transcend this pornography addiction, you will not do it living in the same messy environment that you've created through the addiction. That's why I believe one of the quickest ways to change your life, especially if you're struggling with a pornography addiction, is by starting to change your environment. Raise your standards of how you live. Raise your standards of how you take care of yourself. Because here's what we know to be true. If your home, your apartment, your living situation is a messy environment, every time you return back to that room, back to that place, you're reminded of a person that doesn't take care of himself. He doesn't take care of his environment. He doesn't live his life by a set of standards. A mentor of mine, Bedros Keuilian, we had him on the Superman Life podcast about a year and a half ago. Former CEO and founder of Fit Body Bootcamp, the world's fastest growing fitness franchise. Hundreds of locations across the globe, multi-nine-figure fitness empire. In their interviewing process at their home office, Bedros will have a member of his team. They tell the interviewee where to park in their parking lot. And during the interview, they will send a team member from Fit Body Bootcamp out to the parking lot to look at the person's car, to look around it. Is it dented up? Can you tell that it hasn't been cleaned in weeks or months? See if they can peek inside, look in the windows. Are there fast food bags sitting on the back seat? Is there piles of trash sitting on the front seat and on the front floor? And if so, they will immediately end the interview because that is not a person that lives by the standards that they've created at the culture of their company. Andy Frisella, founder of First Form, one of the world's largest nutrition and supplement companies. Their headquarters in St. Louis, Missouri, close to 600 employees, 600 staff members spread across multiple 100,000 plus foot facilities and warehouses. In there, they have one of the world's greatest gyms, the most decked out training facilities in the world. This entire headquarters, housing over 500 employees, does not have a cleaning staff. Andy has set a standard within his organization that they take care and take pride in their working spaces. How many times have you walked into a convenience store restroom and you've just been disgusted? I was at a high-end restaurant weeks ago here in South Tampa. Beautiful place. It was a Sunday afternoon. Everybody was dressed to the nines, was in there with their Sunday best on. I walked into the bathroom and it was a mess. And it disgusted me. I wanted to leave because this is how you take care of your facilities. How are you handling my food? Well, men, we're reminded of these same things when we walk into our homes, when we walk into our kitchens and there's a sink full of dishes, when we walk into our bedroom and the bed hasn't been made and there's clothes all over the floor, or we walk into our bathroom and we haven't cleaned the mold off of the shower in months, weeks, or years. The quickest way to change your life is to change your environments. I didn't know it at the time, but early on in my journey, so we're dating all the way back to 2019. You guys know the story. February 14th was the life-altering day for me. But about 5-6 weeks later, I was forced out of my townhouse. We realized that it had been heavily infected with black mold. It was attacking our health, so I had to get out. I was thrust into a new community. I was thrust into a new home. I was thrust into a new routine. And looking back at that, that was such an important part of my journey because I had to navigate my day differently. Now, I'm not telling you you need to go move, but the first thing you need to do is you need to start living your life and taking care of your surroundings and environments with a set of standards. Here inside our Reboot Your Life program, we actually coach our men to help them understand that every environment you leave should be left better than when you got there. Your home, your bedroom, your work, your office, your gym. I spent 25 years training in commercial-based gyms. And it irks me when I see trainers and staff members that are working with individuals not putting their equipment away because they're setting a standard within that gym. And for you, the standards that you develop and live at your house will become the standards that you live out the rest of your life. If you want to change your life, you have to change your environments. If you know right now, every time you watch pornography, it's in your bedroom, then taking your phone late at night, walking into your bedroom is triggering you based upon the environment. So maybe you can't move. Maybe you're not in that position where I can just up and move and get out of my situation. But maybe it's the changing of the furniture. Maybe it's the hanging up of new pictures and creating some art within the room. So that now when you walk into that space, your spatial awareness has to kind of turn on. You have to go, okay, this is a little bit different than what it used to be, causing new neural pathways to have to be created, breaking those old patterns. We shot an entire episode recently on the importance of breaking patterns and routines. If you move the furniture within your living room, now every time you walk into that room, you have to gather your spatial awareness. Say, okay, that used to be over there. Now it's over here. I got to walk around a little bit. Breaking new patterns, creating new neural pathways. So it isn't just about raising the standard. It actually is about creating new spaces for you. Another thing we do inside of our program is we actually coach our men to take different paths to work. We're so on autopilot throughout our life and throughout our days that sometimes just the changing of the roads that you drive on will increase your overall sensitivity, will increase your overall awareness, causing you once again to break the old patterns and create new patterns for your life. But if you want to change your life, you have to take control of the environments that you're living in. When I walk into somebody's home and it's a mess, I instantly know that person has things going on inside that they are not processing and they are not handling. And on the counter, when you walk into a home and it's immaculate and beautiful, say, okay, this person at least has one part of their life taken control of. You know, so that famous graduation speech, it's about 20 years old now. Most of you have probably seen it. It's on YouTube. If you haven't, you can find it after this. But it's the University of Texas, Austin, graduating class, early 2000s. Given the commencement speech was a admiral within the Navy SEALs. The entire 20-minute talk is literally centered around one idea. If you want to change the world, start by making your bed. He went on to write a book called Make Your Bed. It's a win for the day. It's honoring your promises and commitments. It's living by a set of standards and ethics and how you show up and how you complete things. But it's also when your home is set and peaceful and taken care of, no matter what happens throughout the day, chaos, world, life, work, responsibilities, kids, all of these things being thrown at us, when we return home to an organized, peaceful environment, we are reminded that, okay, there's some peace within our life. There's some order within this chaos. So, gentlemen, if you want to change your life, start by getting control, taking control, and changing your environments. If you want the keys to unlocking your freedom from this addiction, we've never done this before. We're giving away basically giving it away. Our Reboot Your Life program, which has helped 800 plus men at this point break free, transcend, and create a 100% porn-free life. We sold the course for $297. We've sold coaching for thousands of dollars. $99 right now for the entire 16-week program. It can be just yours with a 365-day money-back guarantee. If you visit the link down there in the show notes or go to rebuiltrecovery.com/no-brainer. A small investment could give you the tools and the framework to having the freedom in the life that you ultimately deserve. Rebuiltrecovery.com/no-brainer. Click the link down there in the show notes. If you're watching here on YouTube, guys, make sure to hit that subscribe button, turn those post notifications on. We're dropping 3 episodes a week. If you're listening on the audio side, guys, share this episode. We know that 50% of people that get new podcasts introduced to them are done through referrals through their friends. So if there's a brother in your life that is struggling with this, do us a favor and do him the blessing by sharing this episode with him. But Coach Frank here at Rebuilt Recovery, host of the Rebuilt Man podcast. We love you guys. We'll see you in the next one.